everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So very glad to have you. So it is that time of year. That's right. Lots of parties to go to, lots of gatherings, lots of events, and you need a look. So the look I'm going to do for you today is a full look. That's right, a full look. This is a first on my channel. I'm going to do the hair, the makeup, and the outfit just for you to kind of give you an idea of maybe something that you would like to go for. Now, this is a mature look. I'm not a 20-year-old girl, so I can't pull off any of the cute little skirts and all that stuff. So this is definitely a mature look for my mature ladies. Hope you enjoy. So I'm going to go straight on in with my Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Poreless Blur Primer, because girl, I got some pores and I got some texture and all that stuff. So it's called Goodbye Pores. It's long lasting soft focus effect. Right here, you guys have seen me use this on my channel before. I got this at Ulta for $7.99. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna start applying that primer in like my pore prone areas, which is usually right here in this area, and just kind of smooth it all around. I discovered this primer. I didn't have a whole lot of money one day and I was looking for an inexpensive primer and came across this one at Ulta. And I was like, well, I'll give it a try, see how it goes. You know, you never know unless you try. That's it, until I get it in your hair. And I like it. It is so smooth. It doesn't feel silicone-y or anything. It feels velvety. It does have like a smell though to it that's almost smells like a perm or color treatment. So be wary of that in case you have never used it. But it's definitely, but it doesn't, I mean, you can't smell it on your face or anything. I've never had a problem with, choking out or gagging out from still smelling it or whatever. So it's just when you apply it. The next thing I'm going to go in with is my Lancome. You guys know I am a Lancome Tainty Dole wearer. I love it. It has been my holy grail foundation since the first time I ever used it. Now, it took me a couple times to find the right tint, the right shade, and all that stuff, but I finally did, and I am in the shade 100 Ivory Nude, or Neutral. Not nude, neutral. So that's what it looks like. It does have sunscreen in it, SPF 15, and it says up to 24-hour wear and comfort, transfer resistant, all that stuff. So this is just, like I said, it's been my holy grail. And I usually take about a pump and a half right here. See, there's the consistency, not too thick, not too thin. It's perfect, I think. And I am a beauty blender queen. I like the beauty blender. I'm not so much a brush type of person. I definitely like my blender. It's not really the beauty blender. In fact, I've never really used a beauty blender brand, but I do use the e.l.f. Cosmetics one. This is my absolute favorite sponge ever. It is so soft. I get it wet. It's perfect. I think it's even better than the Real Techniques one. Just gonna go ahead and I do my foundation in sections. I don't know if anybody else does or not, but I do. And I am going to start on my forehead. I always start on my forehead and beat that out. All right, now I went ahead and pulled my hair back because I need this hair out of my way. Do any of you have a routine that you like to put your makeup on? I know some people do the whole eyeshadow before face makeup and all of that stuff. But personally, me, I'm so stuck in this routine that I'm doing right now, which is the face application first. And then I go to the eyeshadow, but sometimes it really gets irritating because I get some fallout from certain shadows, but I'm stuck in it. I'm stuck in my ways. This side. I find by applying my foundation in sections, especially a matte foundation, it doesn't dry as quick, so I can move it around, a lot easier. And then whatever I have left over on the back of my hand, I just find spots that maybe need a little extra coverage, because this is about a medium coverage foundation. I am not full coverage. I don't like full coverage. It looks too cakey for me. All right, and I'm always the type of person, I don't like having foundation on my lips, so I always have to take a makeup wipe and wipe it off. So I'm going to go in now and I'm going to set this beautiful foundation with some of my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. It's my absolute favorite. I've tried several different setting powders, and this one is my holy grail. What I like to do with my setting powder is I like to take it on a damp sponge, and I like to go to where my pores are, even after foundation and primer, I can still see some pores and stuff like that. So what I like to do is take my powder and start right here in the center of my face, around my nose, and press it into my pores. This makes it have more of like an airbrushed finish. It almost takes those pores completely away at that point. And you don't have to use a whole lot. I don't bake. It is not my personal preference to bake, so I don't. So I just take a little bit, not a whole lot, and go right into the pores. And then I just drag the rest of it, whatever is left after I have pushed it into my pores, and I rub it on the rest of my face. So I'm older, I'm 44, most of you already know that, so I'm starting to get the fine lines, around my mouth and, the crow's feet type thing around my eyes. I don't like a lot of heavy makeup, it's just not my thing, so that's why I like to keep it nice and light. And if you guys have any techniques with your foundation, setting powder, or any type of makeup, please feel free to always drop it in my comments. Let me know what you do, because it may be something that I want to try out too. And as always, I like to go in with my Cover FX face palette. We got this in a beauty box, not sure which one, a while ago, and I quite like it. I like the bronzer in there, the contour. I don't contour my face, I don't do that. I just like to kind of bronze up the cheeks a little bit just so I don't look like I'm half dead, you know what I mean? And this is one of the best right here. And then I'll take like a little bit down like the center of my nose and on my chin. Give me that sun-kissed look. So I'm going to take that blush right out of that same palette right there from Cover FX. Make these cheeks nice and rosy, but not too rosy because I don't like it too dark. However, if you're in a club or something, or maybe a bar or something like that, and the lights are kind of low, a little more blush wouldn't hurt you. I also like to take a little bit of blush right on down the center of my face. Give me a little bit of a flushed look right there. So there we go. There's my face makeup applied. All right, so then I'm going to go on with my Huda palette. This is the 3D highlighting palette. And I am going to grab some of the shade Capri right here. And I'm just going to kind of brush that over my face because I feel like it gives me like some luminosity. It like just kind of, I don't know. It says it is a base to smooth skin and amplify light reflecting pearls. So that's what it does. And I feel like when I do this, and I just take it on this little Moda brush, it's real like soft and just, I don't know. I take it on this brush though, and I just powder my face with it. I think where I wear a matte foundation and then I set up with setting powder, that little bit of stuff right there, this kind of makes it look more, not so matte. It kind of gives me a little bit of luminosity, lightens everything up. All right, so there's that. And then of course, the next thing I'm gonna do is go in and do my brows. And I am going to use the CoverGirl brow pencil right here. And it is in the shade Blonde. So there's that, very affordable. I think I paid $6.97 or something like that for this, and it works really good. It has a spoolie on it, but this little Luxie spoolie is my favorite, so I use it instead. But you can definitely use the one that comes on the eyebrow product. And I always start by filling in like the edges first, just lightly, because I don't like them to be too dark. Do you guys ever have brows like the one does good, but the other one is like off from another lifetime ago? That's me. I used to use like a pomade to do my brows, but I found that a pencil works best for me. when doing my makeup. My brows are my least favorite thing to do. I hate doing brows, honestly. All right, so brows are on. And as you can see, honey, they are not perfect. They never will be, not on this face. So now I'm going to prime my eyelids, and I'm just going to go in with some concealer. It's the Kokie concealer right here, and I think I have, let me see what if it has a shade on it. I am in SC762 Light right there. So that's the one I use. And what's funny is I have the Urban Decay All-Nighter eyeshadow base. I use this, and this is like a $5 product. And then I just take my finger to go ahead and spread that out. If I get too much, I'll switch fingers so that it kind of takes some of it off. And I go clear up under the eyebrow with that. So what are your plans for New Year's Eve? Are you staying home? Are you guys going out? What are your plans? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know. And then I'm going to go back in with some of that Laura Mercier setting powder on my Face Secrets brush, this one right here, and I'm going to just kind of set that eyeshadow primer. This helps your eyeshadow glide on so much easier. I don't like it to be tacky. I like to be able to just kind of put that eyeshadow on without any tugging or anything like that. And the Laura Mercier setting powder is so velvety soft. And if I get anything down here from the powder fallout, I just kind of do this. But it's so soft and beautiful. Feels wonderful. All right, and so for the eyeshadow look that I'm coming up with today, I wanted to do like a black smoky eye, but I don't have a really pretty gray to work with me. So I'm going to go in with my Huda Smoky Obsessions palette. Couldn't think of what it's named, and that is crazy for me because, girl, you know I love me some Huda. So, but I'm going in with this little palette right here, and here are the shades right there. And I'm going to come up with a beautiful eye look. All right, so on my Morphe M441 brush, these are, well, I mean, they're as clean as my color switch gets them, because I forgot to wash my brushes before I began this video, so they're going to be clean enough. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here as my transition shade. And I'm just going to apply that right in that crease. Her shades are just phenomenal. They really are. They're fantastic. I have never, ever, ever, ever had any palette of hers that I could not blend or make a beautiful eye look out of. They've all been wonderful. Pigmented, blendable, the whole 9 yards. If anybody has any suggestions of a palette that I can do a really nice dark, like a black and gray smoky eye, drop that in the comments, please, because I'm really looking forward to finding one, because I have not found one yet. And the Smoke Show looks beautiful, but I've seen a lot of reviews where it wasn't quite as blendable. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. All right, so now that I have my transition shade laid, I'm gonna go in with this chocolate brown right here. And I'm going to take that, I'm gonna take that on my same brush, the M441 by Morphe. And I'm gonna start blending that into the crease. And as you hooded eye ladies know, we have to go above our actual crease because we don't really have a crease. It's buried under all that extra eye skin. So I'm gonna keep this kind of mostly out at the outer V. I'm going to deepen that up, but I'll drag what's left of on the brush into the crease because I want to kind of keep that crease a little bit light. I mean, look at that already. Isn't that beautiful? I don't even have to go back in for a second dip because that gave me what I wanted. If I had a really pretty gray, this would have been an amazing, phenomenal, gorgeous smoky eye. But that's okay. I'm still gonna make one. Still gonna make one. I like to swirl it right there in that outer V area because I want most of my pigment right there. And that's so pretty. Just something about a smoky eye that I love. And girl, I do all my eye looks are smoky. No matter whether it's green, purple, blue, burgundy, they're all going to be a smoky eye. And again, I'm going to just drag what's left of that brush, what's left on that brush, over into the crease. So this is what we have so far. Isn't it gorgeous? All right, so now I want to deepen up the outer V. So I'm going to go in with the black. And girl, I never hardly mess with black because black can ruin your look real quick and in a hurry. But I trust my girl Huda. I trust her to not give me a black that won't blend. I think she'll be just fine. So I'm going to take that on my e.l.f. brush. Like, it looks like kind of like a pencil brush. They're calling it a blending brush, but I would never, ever, ever in a million years blend with this. So I'm going to take it and apply it, just kind of tap it right into the outer V. All right, and when I get enough black on there that I am happy with, right there it is so far. I'm going to take a clean Morphe brush. Now I know this one's clean because girl, there ain't nothing on it. And I'm just going to kind of circle in there to blend it and push it over into my crease just ever so slightly. But I want to keep it mostly at that outer V. And just like I suspected with Huda, it's blending nicely. To be honest, I probably wouldn't trust any other black besides hers. I know that sounds very, you know, everybody's probably going, girl, let me tell you about this black. Now, this black is the black of all blacks. This is the black you need in your life. What are you talking about? Huda's the only one you would ever use. But I trust her, and her shadows are so wonderful and just amazing for somebody like me who is not professional. So yes, girl, this is my Holy Grail black. But you gotta blend, honey, blend. Okay, so there we go, right there so far. Still working on the blending a little bit, but look at that. All right, so I'm gonna go back in with that little transition shade right there, and I'm going to kind of soften up all the edges. Make sure there's no harsh lines, make sure that black is well blended. Still gonna focus on keeping it kind of right here. All right, so I'm gonna finish up this other eye. Like I said, you wanna press it. You don't wanna swipe it on. You wanna press it. You wanna treat this black eyeshadow very, very, very delicately, because like I'm saying, especially like if you're like, I'm talking to the people that are like me. All you pros out there, no. But the people who don't really get it, like I don't, you gotta treat this black eyeshadow very delicately or you will destroy your makeup in a flash. All right, so I'm gonna go back in with that Morphe brush and I'm just going to, like I did the last eye, or the other eye, or my second eye, this eye right here, and I'm going to circle and blend. Focusing on that outer V, mostly. All right, so there's that. I'm gonna go back on that Morphe brush and blend the edges like I did a minute ago. Very important. This diffuses any harsh lines. All right, and there is that so far. Isn't that pretty? So now I'm going to go in with this beautiful gold right here, and I am going to pop that kind of in the middle of my eye. And it's so creamy, so creamy. That's what it looks like on the finger. Isn't it amazing? And I'm just gonna put that right here in, oh, girl, you got too much. Tap it off. And I'm just gonna put that right here in the center. Look how much comes off. It's so pretty. I don't want to drag it over into my black eyeshadow very much, but I also don't want to take it too close to the inner corner either. I like to tap it because it almost makes it look sprinkled, you know? And I like to take that down to the lower lash, or the, not lower lash line, to my lash line, my upper lash line, as close as I can get it. If I were to be going out, I would want this eyeshadow to kind of have the disco lights just reflect off of it. All right, so for the inner third of my eye, I'm gonna go in with my Tarte little palette that I've been using as my mirror right here. And I am gonna grab some of this shade right here because it's a lighter gold, like a champagne color, and I think it'll look beautiful with this gold. Okay, that's what that looks like on the finger. And I'm just delicately going to tap it into the corner there because it lightens it up. Gives that, because I like the inner third of my eye to be light. I like it to always be light. I'm gonna kind of drag it over onto the gold just a hair. So it kind of like gives it like a gradient look right there. Isn't that beautiful? Put some on the other eye. This Tarte palette is one of my favorites too. I love it. I've gotten a lot of good makeup out of my beauty boxes, I must say. All right, so there's that. I'm gonna give you a close up here. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it, guys. That's a pretty look. All right, if you happen to get a little bit of the gold over too far in your black, you could just take your little pencil brush and tap it into, you know, into the gold. But I think I'm pretty good, so I'm not gonna take no chances of getting too much black on my eye and then me having to wipe it off and redo it. So there is that. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with that chocolate shade I used earlier. I'm gonna place some of that on my lower lash line. I like to keep my lower lash line shadow as close to my lash line as I could possibly get it. I don't like to drag it down real far. It just doesn't look good on me. All right, so now I'm going to take just a little smidge. Is that a word, smidge? I'm going to take a little smidgen of this black shadow right here, and I'm going to pop it on my lower lash line, but just ever so gently and slightly. All right, so there's that one. I was sweating. I was like, oh, girl, don't mess it up. Whoops. Because we want this eye as smoky as we can possibly get it. So there's that. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so now that we've got that placed, and so I'm going to go in with one of my favorites. It is the Too Faced Damn Girl Mascara. I absolutely love it. I started not to try it, but I'm glad I did. It does have a big bristle head on it, but I think it works wonderful. So I'm going to apply like a light coat of this because you know me, I'm going to throw on some false lashes. I am a lash wearer because these short little things right here, even with this amazing product right here, does not give me what I want. Another thing I like about this mascara too is that it's not really wet, but it's not really dry. It's like the perfect consistency. And of course, I'm going to be going in with my eye lure lashes. They are the accent lashes. I don't like a heavy lash. These are perfect. They fit my eye perfectly, everything about them. And they're so, so, so easy to apply. It says on the back here that you get up to 5 wears. Girl, I can wear my lashes probably 20 times before I have to throw them away. It's just in how you take care of them, the upkeep and stuff like that. So they are in a new box. They did have, I don't have one here, but it used to be like a greenish blue box in white, and they went to this one. So when you look for eye lure, you'll see this one. All right, and you guys have seen me put these lashes on many times, so I'm just going to kind of run through it quickly with you. My method is with tweezers. They give you an applicator. I don't like it. I don't use it. So, but whatever works best for you. If you like the applicator that comes with lashes, go for it. If you like using your fingers, tweezers, whatever your method is, there you go. And I like to push them. You can feel that glue hitting your eye. I like to push them on, make sure that they're on good. And when I'm sure that the glue is settled just a bit, because you don't want to do it when your glue's still wet, because girl, you'll pull it right off. Take your eyelash curler. And without pinching your eye, mash your lashes together. That blends your lashes and your false lashes right together perfectly. Make sure it's getting tacky. You don't want your lash slipping right off when you put it on. All right, once it's tacky. All right, now that I have my lashes applied, I'm gonna go in with some highlighter, and I am gonna stick right here with my girl. You know I love her, and I'm going to pull out this white shade right here. This looks fantastic on light skin tones. I'm gonna take it on my, I think this is a Luxie brush. Let me think, let me look. No, this is a SL Miss Glam brush, L36, right here. Isn't that pretty? I love that purple. And since it is New Year's Eve, we are gonna make it really pop. So we are going to take a lot of it and make that little, because like I said, if you're sitting in a club, if you do go out, you want your highlighter to stick out, honey. All right, and of course, gotta have some down the bridge of the nose. I like to kind of do it right between my eyes, kind of, and then right at the tip. I don't like to drag it all the way down. That way when you move, if you can see this, the highlighter kind of follows you. But if you have a streak down your nose, that's all you see. So there you go. Just a little bit more because it's New Year's Eve. I like to do my chin because I like to highlight my little dimple. And then just kind of glaze over the forehead a little bit. Because girl, I'm a highlighter. I'm a highlighting queen, honey. On this little brush right here, this is a Luxie brush. I got this in a set of 3 or 4. I'm going to take that same white highlighter and I'm going to pop it on the brow bone right here. Make that brow bone pop out. And then do it right over here on the other side. Highlight my inner corners, of course. Drag that over just slightly. Because you got to have, center of your face has to have a lot of light. Even for us older ladies. Or let me say that over, us mature ladies. So there's that. All right, and for lips, I'm gonna go in, I think it's Deuce, I'm not 100% sure. It's Deuce Relentless Matte Lip Crayon in 405 Winterberry. This shade right here. And it's like a lip crayon. And I'm ever so slightly going to overline my lip, just very ever so slightly. Because girl, I need some puckered up lips for when I kiss my husband on New Year's Eve. And I'm not really a matte lipstick wearer. It's just kind of not my thing. So I always put a layer of gloss over it. So I'm gonna go in with my tried and true, my Anastasia Beverly Hills, really pretty, like shimmery diamond, beautiful lip gloss. I almost called it a highlighter. I'm just gonna place that kind of like in the center of my lip. Okay, so there I go for my makeup look. Here it is. Isn't Huda gorgeous? I love her eyeshadows. I do. All right, so now I'm gonna start with my second part of the video and I'm gonna work on this hair and come up with a look for you. All right, so I'm going for an updo. So I'm gonna pull all of this up like this because I want just a few of the tendrils of my curls to hang down. And I'm just gonna continue to wrap it up like so. Let some of this go right here. All right, so this is my updo that I came up with. All these curls, all this hair. So hope you like this. I think it's very pretty. All right, so this is my New Year's Eve look. Love the dress, love the boots, love the little kimono, love the color, all that stuff. So I am ready to go out on the town if I choose to do so and have a great night. So what are you guys doing? Give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and you guys be safe this New Year's. And as always, stay beautiful. Bye.